You write a script?
Yeah.
Now that we're live streaming?
We have a script for this?
Yeah, you got to make sure everything is in the correct order.
I mean, not for this, but you know what I mean, for the thing.
Yeah, I read it. It's great. Fantastic. You did it in like 30 seconds or something. Ricky, you down with it?
What?
It was all about you.
It was all about you.
Can you dig it?
Damn, is Ricky gonna play with us ever? Did you ever play with us, Ricky?
We should play
did.
tonight.
I can't. No, man, I'm good on playing tonight, but we'll play again.
Damn, man.
Dude.
What are you doing tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning? Sleeping?
That's what I meant. What are you doing tonight then? Oh shit, do you have games to play tonight?
No, man.
Got that
Chill.
PS5, man.
No, definitely not that.
Let me come over, Ricky. Let me play a couple hours of Demons.
No, dude, let us swing by, dude.
You think
When
I
are you
have a
gonna give us some
PS5?
time, dude?
I barely have a PS3 out here. I couldn't even find that thing for Tag 2. Unfortunately.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm still tweaking. I'm tweeting.
We're tweaking? Whoa, that's what you're doing now? That's what you're doing?
Man.
What's going on, Rip? We need to talk about this. Intervention time. Come on, guys, gather together.
Here, retweet my tweet, and then.
I didn't think you looked so young all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit, I'm tweaking.
It's tweaking, bro.
Listen, if you can't play copyrighted music on stream anymore, you might as well just start doing drugs on stream instead. Deal if they're gonna get you for that.
Dude, seriously, bro, it's out of control, man. This music thing, I got a DMCA from 2016.
I got one for 2018.
I'm gonna get permabanned.
That's great.
What? You guys both got DMCA?
Yeah, dude, you're next.
Wow. I know. I'm
scared.
Honestly, I looked.
I haven't even
but I haven't
deleted
get
any of mine.
Wait, it's only 2 strikes?
That's
I don't know
I
what
heard.
it is. Nobody knows. That's the thing. When they call something a strike, you assume it's 3. You know?
I assume it's 3.
Yeah, but you know, people like, no offense, but people at Twitch don't know how to play baseball. Come on.
Never heard
From
of
where
it.
they from? NorCal? They can't beat the Dodgers.
3 strikes
Damn.
and tic-tac-toe. It's like-
Damn. All right. Let's bring it in. All right, guys.
No, I don't want to bring it in.
Bring it in. We're bringing it in. All right. Welcome, everybody. We are in it. This is Boomcast number
There's a number.
42. Miles
What?
Morales, is
Are you
it?
serious?
Did I guess
I don't
right?
know, man. Hey, look, there's a number, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like, whose line is it anyway? You know?
But
It's
yeah,
like one of those things.
a lot of crazy stuff happened in the Tekken
41.
world. 41. I was close. I was mad close. I was
You're
one
not
off.
bad, not bad, Mike.
Yeah, one off. Okay, so this is episode number 41. Welcome back to the Boomcast, guys. It's been a little minute since we've done one. Hasn't been too much news in the Tekken world, but as of lately, they dropped it on us. Season 4, little bit of a leak on Microsoft's part. We're going to get into that in just a second. But first topic of the night, we're going to talk about new gen consoles. Xbox Series S and X came out. PS5, the hype is real. Everybody's getting crazy about it. Everybody's getting checking their doors every minute of the day just to make sure this has been dropped off or whatnot. But yeah, there it is. A little size comparison.
Wow. I really don't like how that came out.
I like it came out
I didn't
perfectly.
like how it came out.
Dude, it
I
got
saw,
the
so
dirt,
I
it
saw,
got
I
the
saw,
hype.
I saw Riot Kitty's tweet about it, and then like it was right underneath her monitor. And I thought it was a 3-ring binder. The way it's shaped, I just like it's so big. It's just like
Mhm.
because you look at it right from the front, and it looks like it should open up into something, right? Like
It's massive.
Dude, they
think
have
it's
a
giant.
cute little Rickstah PS2 one over there.
Yeah, first of all, that PS2 is very nice. I never had a slim because the regular PS2 is a little bit fatter than, like, way fatter than that.
Yeah,
And what the
it
hell's that
was.
thing up there? Is that a PS Mini?
Yeah, it's the one where
Oh, it's
you
the
buy.
classic one, whatever.
Yeah.
So that doesn't even count. Don't even put that thing. You can't even put a disc in it.
It's kind of funny that they don't have the regular PS2 on here, you know. But
Yeah.
that PS3 launched, I remember when that thing launched, everyone was like, "This thing is gigantic. It's a
That
Yeah.
thing is
You know?
gigantic. Look at that
Right.
thing.
Look at how big the PS5 is in comparison. It's thicker and taller. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and think about that PS4 is the PS4 Pro, which is bigger than the launch PS4, and yet it still looks tiny compared to that behemoth of a monster.
Dang,
next to
this
it.
is like the console that your girl tells you not to worry about, and it's the PS fucking 5, dude. Look at the size
First of
of
all,
it.
the joke's on you guys. Most of you guys don't have girls, so I'll tell them that.
Damn,
And
you gotta
got
shoot
him.
people like
Got
that.
him. Man,
It's-
that's crazy.
It looks like the Starship Enterprise, like literally about to like beam you guys up.
And does the type S or whatever for the Xbox stand for smoke? Because that's what all I saw from Twitter.
Oh,
Is that
God.
Vape
You
nerds.
And
saw
then-
what that actually
That
was,
fake
right?
shit.
was it just someone vaping into a
People were
Xbox?
vaping into the
Yeah.
bottom and turning it on so that the fan would pull up the vape stuff out
That's
of it.
pretty impressive. You gotta give it to him. And then you had to give it to Microsoft for even tweeting like, "Hey, don't vape into our Xboxes."
I know, right?
That was pretty good
That was
too.
a solid tweet from Microsoft. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, right? Because I mean, look, if you're Microsoft and you got these Xboxes launching, first of all, their naming convention is garbage.
Trash.
Yeah,
Right? It's
why
like,
would they
what do you
choose
call it?
S and X? It's so
But even
close.
beyond that, it's like, is it the series? Is that what this gen is called for them? Because the old ones were like the One X. Oh no, the old one was the Xbox One, and then the Xbox One X, and then they dropped the One, and now it's the Xbox Series, right? So the Series S and the Series X. So the first gen is called Xbox 360.
No,
Right, the 360.
original Xbox, and then the
Oh,
Xbox
sorry, yeah,
360.
So they went from Xbox to 360 to One to Series. That's the actual gen lineup.
Hmm.
They don't know how to count. They don't know how to use numbers. They don't know how to use letters.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I mean, it's like even like at least with like Nintendo, right? Like they jumped around names. Obviously, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, right? And PlayStation's just been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what the hell Microsoft is thinking. Like, I'm impressed.
Dude,
Because
they're
I still
smoking
don't know the
that
name
good
of this
stuff.
one.
No wonder all their shit is green. I understand that. It all makes sense.
Xbox? No, they're not smoking the good stuff if you're getting red rings all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
the red ring is
360.
nasty.
Dude, that's kind of what I'm scared about, getting launch consoles right away. I'm like, dude, you guys be the guinea pigs. Let me know if there's like, it blows up on you or some shit like that one phone a couple years ago or like.
Hold on. How many consoles have actually had launch problems though?
Yeah, that's a good question, right? So, because I was just thinking about it, because I have a launch Switch and it's been amazing, other than like left Joy-Con drift or whatever. But other than that, the Switch has been like 100% solid for me as a launch product. I thought PS3 had problems though, right?
I have a launch PS3. It's still alive and going.
But
like
I'm
that's
sure
12 years
it's
old.
loud as hell though.
It's always been loud though, but it's never had a problem though. It's like like there are some people who had like a yellow light of death or something on the PS3s. I never had that problem with it. I have a PS4 from launch. It's still going. I mean, arguably though, I don't use them both. But the PS3 I used a shitload though. I played a lot of Tag 2 on that for years. I wasn't using the disc drive a lot. I wasn't ejecting discs. I just kept Tag 2 in there. So that was about it. I have an Xbox One X from launch. No problems.
My PS3 struggles, right? Whenever I try to play The Last of Us, the first one on PS3, bro, like once it starts loading the game in, the 90-second load-in screen at the beginning, right? And then as soon as it starts loading in textures and the character and all the whatevers, right? My PS3 starts making an elephant noise. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? I can't play that shit. My PS4 had the same overheating issue as well. I had to replace the thermal and the fan inside. Like that shit all got busted.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I've never had to do anything
Dude,
like
and
that.
my
with
hard
You sound
drive
like you
is
have bad
dying.
luck. Period.
It seems like you've been going to GameStop for these.
No, I definitely have not.
Yeah, you got some issues with your consoles, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
they
It's
exist.
probably the mods.
I mean, I feel like all the launch is always a little finicky when it comes to to consoles, just because you're like Mike is, you're scared of just something bad happening and then not being able to recover from it.
I think.
But I feel like Sony's been okay.
Right. Yeah,
Sony's been
no,
okay about it.
What I was gonna say was I feel like this is like cell phones nowadays. Like the new iPhone comes out. Oh shit, you can sit on your pants and it'll break the phone in half. But then it never happened to anybody. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the first 2 days of a console coming out, there's all this bullshit bad PR stuff that are pushed out intentionally by companies now. Like that whole vaping thing, I bet was from someone at Sony. It's like, watch this shit. Go viral. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't put
Like,
it past them. They've been dropping the ball lately for the Namco side.
Oh, I did hear the PS5 lets you turn off Bluetooth for consoles.
Yep.
For tournaments.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So
Wow.
I was told that you can turn it off and make it wired only, and everyone's been saying like on Twitter too that a lot of their old sticks and Brooks converters and all the things that they used on the
Oh, that's
PS4 work on the
sweet.
PS5.
Hmm.
Yes, that's great news. Fuck yeah, I don't have to get a new stick.
Yeah,
Damn, were you about to do the
looking
low tier god thing right now?
I did 1/3 of it. Don't worry.
Yeah, next time you do it, you just say MYK instead of low tier god.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
true. Yeah, it works both ways. But
And
yeah,
then maybe he'll DMCA you.
he's gonna hit me with a strike. Damn, get that ass banned.
And then Mike's just gotta let him know what his date tastes like, you know?
Oh God.
But yeah, any new games? Anything you guys are looking forward to on the PS5?
No, because I don't have one.
Yep. I'm waiting for mine to come in. I think it'll be here tomorrow. But I think more than the games, I mean, Spider-Man or Demon Souls for everybody for the most part, right?
That's what it
But
looks like. Yeah.
beyond that, it's the controller. I'm waiting to check out the controller because it's supposed to be bigger
yeah.
than the PS4 controller. I've heard good things about it from everybody, so I'm looking forward to trying it out myself and see what it feels like.
The controller is the only thing readily available everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But the
For sure.
PS5 is a no-go.
Yeah, it's been out for a while actually.
Yeah.
Chris X says he made Hanzo play Fortnite. He won his first game. Boom.
Hanzo would win his first game of Fortnite. It feels like that's his perfect demographic. They made that game for Hanzo.
Dude, it definitely sounds like he probably talked mad shit to those kids too. But like,
He ruins their freaking
Like,
childhood
all up in
by getting on a mic.
tipping his
Jesus.
fedora. He probably do the lip flip, you know, like he just taps it like that after a win.
And then does a Fortnite dance and then leaves.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
That's about right.
Yeah, I definitely want to play Demon Souls, but I'm playing the original right now, so I definitely want to finish that before I even get anywhere near PS5. But yeah, I kind of want one. The hype is it's Finakuni on me. Yeah, it's Finakuni on me.
Yep.
But yeah, moving on. Just so you guys know, season 4 has been dropped on us. Little bit going back to last week. A little bit of a dropping of the ball, I should say. A little bit of a they should have used some Manscaped, you know what I mean? Because Microsoft accidentally released the information that season 4 is dropping on the 10th. So we knew it a week in advance, and man, it was a heartbreaker.
I got super lucky because it was one of those nights where I was too tired and I just happened to fall asleep. And when I woke up, like to play Phasma with you guys later, like you guys were like, "Oh, it leaked." I was like, "Don't tell me shit." And then nobody told me anything, and I actually somehow survived it. Like that was crazy. But yeah, that always sucks. And so, what did they leak exactly? Was it just the date, or did they say Cooney plus anything else? Nothing else. Okay.
Cooney and the Namco pack, and like just a little bit of details on that.
Damn. Blow-ups. It's always Microsoft too. And you know, because it was Microsoft last time, you got to believe it's the same dude, right? There's one dude there who needs to be fired. Get him out, you know. Whoever that dude is, he's a leaker.
He's a leaker?
He's a leaker.
He's a tweaker.
I mean,
he's a leaker. He's
a bedwetter.
He's a
I
leaker.
mean, man, there's that. I mean, we all thought about it when we saw it too. We're like, you know, how can this happen back to back? You know, for the same thing again. And, I mean, it was kind of like for me, it was kind of took the winds out of my sails for like a day or so because I was really excited to do this on my own. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool. You know, all right, cool, all right, it's not too bad. You know, the date, okay, cool. Whatever, right? And then and then the big one came out. Of course, somebody had the idea to.
It was like what is it? It was like rubbing salt on the wound or some shit. Man, oh man! But here we are. The next topic. Not only did we get a leak, some people actually got the game early, the new patch early. They got to try it out. They were given codes for it to be able to stream and create content for it like a day or two before everybody else. So Harada said himself, it's a horribly nonsense operation. I don't understand the marketing sense of the European team. Also, you should stop thinking that I'm giving some instructions to every corner of the world from 1 to 100 like God.
I'm impressed with
Mhm.
his English. I love his English, by the way.
It's definitely
Horribly
Google
nonsense
Translate.
operation is a beautiful phrase that I want to use every now and then.
It's fucking Shakespeare now.
Yeah.
Harada's a
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
I mean, just reading the tweet out loud, if you ever worked in a corporation before, that is one pissed off dude.
Mhm.
That is
From
definitely
the
one pissed
top.
off guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And if if they didn't get that guy, whoever leaked it the first time, someone definitely got something over here at the marketing team, because that is really rough for Namco to experience, especially the backlash with the content and all the players and everybody. I mean, just in general, it's like not their fault if a company is offering it to them or whatnot, right? It's
Exactly.
like
Yeah. A lot
they're
of
just
people were
like they were
like
asked.
going after their throats, like, why, you're getting paid off, main
Mhm.
man, why are you getting it early? Legendary Beehawk, blah 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 blah. There was a lot of like
Mhm.
hate and animosity towards them, but it's just like at the same time, it's like, hey man, they slipped it into my DMs. What am I supposed to do? Not
I mean,
play?
like, if we were gonna really just talk, like, if you have to understand, I felt like if someone asked you from the company, like, say for example, they asked me, and I was thinking, okay, they're gonna hook me up or whatever like that, and I was gonna come a day early, I would think to myself like, I think I'm probably gonna get some issues here because I feel like they're giving me priority, and if you really think about it, they must have known this maybe a smaller portion of the community might be upset, but they didn't expect a large portion. We're talking like 80% of the community was very upset, and
Yeah.
it was
So
so
how did
upset.
you guys feel about it? Like I know how I felt, but what about like you three?
I mean, it does kind of kill the whole discovery period. I mean, that part was like the instant hype killer for me. I was just like, damn, we already got the leak. And now it's like, damn, everybody knows about everything before, like, yeah, I even got to put my hands on it. That kind of feels bad, but at the same time, it's like, oh, they're just putting information out there, so it's like I could learn about it. But it just feels bad, man. It's just like, damn, I could have been going over this with everybody else, discovering it at the same time, learning new things together, with your chat and whatnot. It's just that kind of got taken away from us.
Yeah. What did you think, Rick?
I mean, it was hard for me to really like, because the hate, like, you're angry, but it's hard to be angry at a specific thing or a person, right? Because it's like you can like you see main man have it, so you're like, oh, you know what? Fuck that guy because he has it, right? But it's like it's not his fault. He didn't do anything wrong, So
Right,
you don't
right.
want to get mad at him, and then you get mad at Namco, but it's like Namco fucked up somewhere, and they didn't want this to happen. So at the end of the day, it was just like it was a shitty situation overall. And I mean, I felt the only thing I felt was really bad for people like like the content creators, the guys that really wanted to put day one content out. They're the ones that deserved to have it on day one with everyone else, but unfortunately, that's not how it was. So
Yeah. But it
I
sounds like overall it kind of put a bad taste in your mouth.
it made me mad and more so sad that it made other people so mad, because it just like it was one of those things where this is supposed to bring up Tekken, it's supposed to make Tekken hype again, and it was one of those. It's just like it. Thankfully, the game is so good now that a lot of people already forgot about it because at the time that felt like the worst news ever. But it was only for like 12, 14 hours, and then everyone got the patch. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think I've told you guys, but let me just tell you guys real quick. So from my end, I was doing the EU restream, right? So it was exhibition night. The main tournament finished. It's exhibition night. I'm gone through like 75% of it. I get down. It's the final set. It's Daniel. Oh fuck! What the hell's the name? Daniel Mato versus Super Akuma, and they're fighting. It's a great set. Like it's awesome, and it's getting close to that. It's like 4 to 5 or 5 to 6, something like that. First to 7, and then everyone in chat's like, "Main man streaming season 4," and I was like, "Oh really?" Right? So then at that moment, I already knew that clearly this wasn't organized. Because why would you release season 4 streamers at the same time as you have something on the Tekken channel for the EU region, right? Earlier that night as well, somebody DM'd me and they were like, "Hey man, I have an important question. When does the embargo lift? Like, when are we allowed to turn on the streams and stuff?" I was like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But they're DMing me because they thought that I knew about it, right?
And
I was like, I don't know what they're talking about, man.
Namco rip.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. So that was what tipped me off early before that all happened. But once the streams came live during the Tekken thing, I realized it was totally disorganized. It was definitely no connection between all the parties involved. So that's why I was really happy that Harada finally cleared it up and basically threw a portion of BandaiNamco under the bus and say clearly this is not something that we all come together and figured out. And what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say just to piggyback on what you were saying about Harada. Harada definitely knew there was pitchforks at the gates. Pitchforks and torches. Literally, it was going down. He probably woke up and all of a sudden, that Simpsons reference that Ricky always puts up, every time, everyone outside,
I never put that reference up, by the way. I just put other Simpsons references, good ones.
No.
That one's whack.
It's
that
whack
one's
now
too
because
easy,
everyone
right?
uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone uses. But the thing is, from my perspective, I always like to see things from both sides, right? As a company side and a player side, and
Consumer,
seeing Main Man and Mihawk and all those guys streaming it. It was really cool to see them do it because but it also made me feel like, okay, it's a UK thing because if it's all UK players or type of deal, right? Europe players, right? And I was thinking, okay. Because if it was maybe Eris or somebody else and all across the board, that would be a little bit more manageable if it was done correctly, right? But seeing one side get it and then on top of it, just seeing it unexpectedly and then Namco is all disorganized really just added to the fuel, and everyone kind of just jumped on and started attacking the content creators, which they shouldn't have. You get what you guys shouldn't be doing because it's not like they had the codes, someone gave them the codes, right? To get the game early type of deal. So
I just saw in the chat somebody said Tekken Master, and that was the part that ticked me off the most when I woke up the next morning because I saw a tweet from Tekken Master that had the video of all the new moves, right? And then Anakin had quote tweeted it and he just said, "What the ... right? Because the game wasn't out yet, and Tekken Master has video put up already of all the stuff. And then in that same thing, the Anakin quote tweeted, Tekken Master replied to him, and he was just like, "Yeah, man, they gave it to several people." And I'm thinking to myself, oof. Yes, Tekken Master, I'm sure Anakin realizes that because you put out a video of it already. But Anakin was the guy who tested the season 4 netcode. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he is surprised and you have this game. It's such a clusterfuck, just seeing that exchange. And Tekken Master, the funny thing was, I was on Ultra Channel earlier this week, and Ultra Dave was like, he probably got early access because his name is Tekken Master. And somebody over there was like, this guy's a master of Tekken. We got to make sure he gets a copy early, And he is pretty good at the game, and he does play Tekken, right? But it was just this weirdest thing to see. This is Atticus, the best player in America. He's literally, his life is kind of committed to Tekken. He's a sponsored player by Red Bull. His life revolves around Tekken.
Should have put Tekken Master in his name.
I know.
Yeah, not Star Wars Master, dude. Come on, bro.
Tekken Anakin.
He don't goof. Yeah. So that was a little heartbreaking on that front too, but. Of course, Eris responded crazy to it too.
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up. The Eris tweet: Namco doesn't deserve the free advertising they get from creators. Devs need to realize that the game is nothing without its players, creators, commentators, and tournaments. I think I'll wait for Tekken 8. Maybe they'll get a clue on how to handle rolling out content by then. Oof. Eris usually doesn't make very serious tweets, but this one was like, ooh. Ooh. I felt that. I felt that one.
He definitely proofread that 3 times for sure.
I'm surprised. That seems like one of those tweets you leave in your drafts, I woke up, let's say I woke up that day, because I think I'd streamed 9 hours to finish that restream, whatever, and then I went to sleep and I woke up and I saw all that stuff. So when I saw Eris' tweet, I was like, what the fuck? Eris made a real tweet? That was the first thought that went through my head. It wasn't Happy Friday, amigos, and pizza. Pizza picture.
Yeah, it's too real, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I was like, what the hell is this? And so it was very surprising to see. Clearly, can you pull up the tweet again? I just want to read it. But basically, I feel like, Eris is spot on with this. I think a lot of people, they don't realize that commentators, creators, etc., none of us are actually employees of Bandai Namco. Like I'm like on Technical Tour Bunch. I'm not an
Rick?
employee.
You're not a
I'm very sure I'm not an Namco. If I was, Mike, I probably would have had early access like a day or two.
Let me DM you real quick and make sure I know when the embargo's lifted. You seem to be the guy to ask.
Embargo,
yeah,
huh?
I mean, it's the same thing even with like the main man and legendary Mihawk, right? Like they got early access here. They're not employees of the game, even though the companies, basically go to these people to promote their stuff, but they're not actually employees of the game. So I think that's kind of where it's come from. And obviously, like commentators, I think I've always thought commentators are super duper important for tournaments. I still do, obviously. I think that they're still undervalued in a lot of ways. And it's I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
that's a very deep topic. Wow.
It's that I think that's more where Eris is coming from with this. Not necessarily just like, oh, they got early access. I think this was a buildup of all of it together. Because like I mean, I think of it from like Eris's perspective, where his restreams of all the Tekken events were gigantic. Like he was pulling in literally like half the views for the whole thing. I felt like for most of the time, right? So he was like a big driving force for that. So to burn someone like that, like you're hella losing out. And how do you even win someone back from that, right? So it's an issue.
But I kind of feel, this is just me speaking personally. This is me. Like I kind of feel that whoever did this on the marketing side was someone that was just kind of like, let me hook you up type of deal, and had like a selection of people to give these codes away or whatever, right? And I felt like that, because the way it was handled, that's how it felt like. It definitely sounded like, hey, look, let me hook you up, bro. Come to the alley and let me hook you up. And he probably didn't expect like it to be like such a big backlash, or the other side of the world, Namco, to hear from it, right? And I'm sure he was definitely shitting bricks, or he or she was shitting bricks, whoever it is, as soon as Harada made that tweet, right? Can you imagine being that employee and then reading that tweet,
his last brick? Maybe he's done for.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I mean, I personally as working for a company, especially a company like from Japan before, definitely heads were rolled for sure. Like there's no way about it, like for something to blow up like that, to get the community riled up, for them to turn on their creators so quick and have Eris, of all people, Eris say something about it, says a lot, and it speaks volumes that we really do not stand for that stuff. So
yeah, just feels bad, man. Just feels bad. I feel it. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about this early release stuff? I mean, I'm sure everybody would have liked it for it to be all dropped at the same time. I mean, that guy at the EU marketing department definitely fucked up big time.
Yeah, I mean, going back to what Ricky said though, I think that we were lucky in a couple fronts. Number one, that whole thing didn't last very long, right? Like they did that in the morning. It must have been like 5 a.m. or something, and then by midnight, Season 4 actually launched. And originally they said that it was going to be just the netcode, but it was the netcode and the balance changes, right? Which it kind of makes sense. You wouldn't have one without the other, but it was nice to see that. So it was only literally like 12 plus 7, 19 hours that it was actually a lead time of them streaming it, right? Making it public in that sense. So that wasn't the end of the world. Like, because I was able to just not watch the streams. I slept the day away and I was like, all right. But at first it seemed like, we weren't getting the game until Tuesday. So it felt like it was going to be whatever, 24 plus 19, 43 hours or whatever. So it was much better. And then of course, once the game finally came out and we all got our hands on Season 4, we felt the netcode and the changes, whatever, I think everyone felt a lot better, obviously.
Yeah, that's
thankfully for the netcode.
Yeah, that's a good segue. Speaking of which, now that Season 4 is officially out for everybody, along came the life bar buff, along came Kunimitsu, along came a lot of balance changes as well, and the netcode, right? Netcode and Wi-Fi indicator. So what do you guys think about all that stuff? How you guys liking Season 4 so far?
I like being able to accept Wi-Fi matches just so that on my stream we can laugh at them and then decline immediately the next time. Although it's funny too, because
accept them too.
I know it's funny because I only accepted one match, and the guy I accepted it from was ATL Abstract, which he had already tweeted earlier on before I even played him that he has to play on Wi-Fi. So it's funny that the one guy that I accepted it from, I already knew he was a Wi-Fi player beforehand. I was like, oh man, I already knew this guy was gonna be on Wi-Fi. He didn't have to tell. I didn't need an icon for that.
Was it laggy?
No, it actually was pretty playable, to be honest. There was like his Wi-Fi connection seemed solid enough to run a match. So I only played him once because I didn't want to test it because no one ran a microwave over there. But
that's what it is, right? Because I randomly jumped into Metalcat stream yesterday, and as soon as I jumped in, I'm watching it play, and it's a 4-bar match, and it's like just like stuttery and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, you know? And so I asked the chat, I'm like, why is it so choppy, you know? And she's like, and somebody chat's like, oh, it's Wi-Fi. I was like, oh, you know? And then literally like right after that, the guy's like, it's weird. This is the first match that's been laggy all day. I was like, I came in just in time. Isn't that what they always say though?
Yep.
Oh man, and it was literally the next like 4 matches had lag. By the way, it wasn't just that one.
It's unfortunate. Like, it's unfortunate for the Wi-Fi users, but it's much better for us. And the next, I mean, I know you played people mad far. The furthest I got was about, I think, I played, who did I play against? Jody. That was connection was solid. Oh, Cuddlecore, her connection was solid too. And you and we played before in, I don't know, like season 2 probably, like way back then. And although it was playable and we had games, it wasn't like, it didn't feel like, oh yeah, you know, like I felt like this was crisp. Like it just felt online, right? It felt like 3-bar online. We played and that one felt good enough to be like, all right, I'm confident in what's going on here. So I'm happy for that. And 5 bars with Texas. I was playing Vic in the Ganry Mirrors, and we had 5 bars with Texas.
Wow.
Now that is a shocker. Now they somehow did some sorcery, like how if I lift my head, my whole head disappears, like that kind of sorcery type of thing, you know?
Yeah, geez.
That's crazy. 5 bars to Texas, bro?
It was nutty because it was, and those games are fun. And it's like, damn, I could have had this much fun before. How come
that's what I've been feeling like?
It's crazy. Yeah, like the quality is really good. I played Reno as well for like 2-3 hours, and that's East Coast to West Coast, like straight up. And I was like
diagonal.
Yeah, and
like
it was
LA to New York.
A solid 4 the whole time. It was pretty smooth the whole time. It was we played like maybe 2 weeks ago, so we could kind of have like a feel for like how it used to feel and how it feels now.
Okay.
So it's like it's definitely way improved now. But did you guys experience any hiccups, any like stuff bad about the netcode?
So I've heard that a few people are not having a great time with the netcode. You know, they're saying like 5 bars are not feeling good for them. I'm like, now that's bizarre to me, you know, like there's something weird happening. I don't know what it is.
It's overcompensating for the rollback, so it's like you're rolling back into the future or something.
Yeah, future back.
So and then
it's future
I played,
back.
You know, one of the guys before in season 3, I would always play Gilkey, right? Gilkey's in Pittsburgh, and I'm in LA, and that to me was like impressive. Like I felt like we were playing good matches on season 3 with a 3-bar match across the country, and we played one set. It was the first time we played. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what this is like. And it was stuttery for me. And I was like, that's weird. And it was the first set I played that night. But then everyone else I played after that, no problems. So I don't know why me and Gilkey had an issue there. I want to play again with them. I haven't tried it again. But that was someone who I could play across the country without issue before. That was now having issue. And I noticed in that match, it was switching from 3 to 4 bars in the match, like while we were playing.
Maybe he was just downloading his Tensai or something, you know?
I mean, he was pissed off afterward, you know, because he was looking for it, and I started the stream really late, and he waited up for it.
Wow,
but,
to try out the new netcode. And
exactly, and then that happened, right? So I want to try it again with him, because I don't know what the issue was. It might be when you're on that borderline between 2 different bars, you know, and it's trying to figure out which one to go with. That might be causing some kind of issue, but everything else I played has been great for me.
Yeah, I could kind of speak on it too. Like I had a couple like 5-bar, 4-bar matches. It seems like, and I had someone in my chat earlier today saying that it seems like it only happens with 5 to 4-bar matches, but I've noticed in certain 5-bar matches, there's this weird stutter that just starts happening. And you can visually see the stutter. It's just like everything's like a couple frames off. Like, it's just like I can't explain it, but
it's hard to describe, right?
Yeah, it feels like something different, like it is overcompensating for the rollback or something.
The timing is different for sure.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it more specifically, like, you know, the classic thing that you would see in online Tekken, if was Mishimas. If they got too crazy with the wave dash, their movement on screen is crazy, right? And I played against, I think I might have gone against someone with the wave dash, and like, you know, you look at it and then they do it, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what the hell did they just do? Like, you can't really tell because they're moving around a little bit too much. And I feel like I've seen that not so much now yet, but I haven't played enough online to really make oh yeah, it's always like this kind of decision.
So like for me, I played TK Landon, and he's Maryland, I think. So that's far East Coast compared to LA. He was Devil Jin, cheap as hell, and he was doing hella waivus. And this was the crazy thing for me because that felt fantastic. And prior to this season, if somebody was doing that online, I'd be like, oh God, I'm going to guess because I can't react to this. He's going to give me a hell sweep or something. But multiple times in the set, he would do a hell sweep. I would see it and then I would block. And like when I did it, like the first time I was like, oh shit, can I do this? And then I just tried to stay calm and I did it like multiple times. And I was like, dude, is this the Netcode? Like, what's happening right now? I was so confused, and it made me feel like all of a sudden I wasn't playing online. Like it gave me that feeling, like
the reassurance that you can call your reflexes out.
Yeah, because prior to that, in season 3, whatever, you'd be like, I'm in an online match. I have to guess in these situations. Like you can't possibly react. You just guess. But I played this one. I felt like I could react, and I did multiple times. And I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, you always said you were just old.
I didn't realize it was a Netcode. I'm not old.
See?
It's a Netcode.
Look at that. Better Netcode. You start all of a sudden your reflexes are young again.
I'm young again, dude. But no, for real though. Like the thing about the wave dash though, I didn't see that stutter. Like in Tekken 2 specifically, I remember I played Brawl Pro, and he would be like with the Armor King, and I'd be like, oh god, the whole damn thing's breaking. But I didn't see that with Landon's wave dash. And that was across the country. So weird. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think it might just be a case-by-case basis, right? Depending on who you're playing. Because I know for sure.
Yeah.
Because when I was playing with Jody, like our first games were smooth. And then like around game 4 or 5, that's when things started getting kind of a little bit like, it feels like a desync. Did a desync here? You can't tell, that kind of stuff. And then eventually, we had to stop playing. But I was like, if we kept playing, it probably would have eventually desynced somewhere. Or just like, got really bad to the point where we can't play. But for now, like if we had reset the set again, it probably would have just been fine. So
yeah, it might even be stuff like where you just gotta like exit back to the lobby and come back in instead of rematch or something too.
Yeah.
The other thing too is when your controller, your PS4 controller like gets unplugged, it always causes mad lag. It pauses the whole thing. So like, and that's something that's happened from prior seasons. That hasn't changed at all. And sometimes like you play something perfect like Fireball, oh this is great, and it just pauses. You're like, oh god, what the fuck's happening? And it's because their controller got unplugged, and then they hit the start button, whatever, reconnect it, and now it's good again. So that thing like is always kind of weird. Whenever that happens, I just stand there for a second. All right, settle down, we're good, and then it's back to normal. No, I only know that because it happens to me too.
So
that's what they get for not charging their controller. What are you doing? Not charging your controller,
or using a bad wire, dude. Just hit it with an unblockable if you can.
No, you know what the real problem is, dude? This fucking PS4 controller. The cable is at the bottom here, so your fingers can accidentally just touch that shit, and on PC it's way more sensitive than it is on PS4. I heard on the PS5 now this cable port is actually much higher up on it, so hopefully that fixes all those issues.
Well, that's because you have freaky long fingers, dude.
I mean, this is also a baby controller, bro. Look at this shit. Like, where the fuck are my fingers supposed to go? Like,
I don't know why your fingers are so grossly long.
You got
dude.
some gangly.
Gangly, yeah, that's the word I was gonna use too. Gangly.
Dude. Look, I got my thumbs on D-pad.
Look how long your fingers are, dude. Jesus,
bro.
man.
Listen, you think? I don't know.
Dude, you can have a finger half as long as mine and still be able to touch the stupid ass port here,
For sure, Rip. When you find that special somebody. When you find that special somebody, Rip.
Ricky, Ricky, put your hand up again.
Fuck you. Never again.
Ricky, let me see it again.
Never again.
Oh my god.
Somebody clip Ricky's finger.
That was my pinky. Fuck you.
No, it was your middle finger.
That definitely was not my middle. I wish it was.
Oh my god.
You said you played about the USB port. I was thinking like, oh yeah, the wire comes loose or something. You're talking about your finger.
So your finger touches the cable, and that's what makes it get loose.
Never
yeah,
happened.
It's very finicky. I get it. Yeah,
my fingers are never near that like cable and shit. Whenever I'm using that pad, dude, you're like
fast,
all
bro.
up in there and shit, like Jackson that shit.
Are you using your right index fingers to hit L2 or something? Like, what the hell are your hands doing all the way over there?
He's crossing the streams with his finger and shit.
All the way over just to hit L2 with your right hand.
How do you guys aim and do trigger stuff? You don't do it like that.
That's so gross, dude. That's so gross, man.
Oh my god. Okay.
Enough about your gross figures,
So,
dude.
so I think our analysis on the new netcode is that it's great. You can play people from farther away than ever before, and a lot of the times gets very stable, consistent connections. But every once in a while, 5-bar, 4-bar matches, there's some weird little inconsistency that makes it stutter. We don't know what it is, but to Namco's credit, great job. Like, honestly, like, Rip has been literally playing JDCR across the whole fucking Pacific Ocean, dude. This infinite Azure ain't infinite enough, you know? That shit's crazy. And then he's been going the other way, too, across the Atlantic, playing people in the UK and shit. And Sweden.
He's gonna turn into Paul Tekken 5 ending, right? Where it's just bring it on, aliens. Fighting everyone. I got better Netcode now. Come down here.
Dude, you get matched up with an alien and they're on a Wi-Fi indicator. Motherfucker.
But it's alien Wi-Fi tech. Maybe it'll be good. Wait, my alien microwave though. Shit. But like, no, seriously though, playing from LA to London is very doable now. Like,
that's
it's
crazy. That
like,
was never possible before. Ever.
And from the East Coast to London, they're getting 4 bars with each other. So how we are to the East Coast is how East Coast is to London now. Like, that's bananas to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Wild.
Does that mean, what were you getting with JD? 3?
3, yeah. That's the weirdest part. Like, me and JD get 3, but I think we can get 4 to Japan. My Japan connections go 3 to 4 bar from LA. Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's pretty good. It's really crazy to think about like the potentials of all this. You know, like we've been thinking about like expanding WNF to like the entire country, and it's like, can we do that? Like, is that a good idea?
First
just
of
keep it
all,
at 5 bars only. You know,
if we expand it to the U.S., make sure we don't expand it to Texas still.
Damn.
Everyone but Texas. Ricky said they have 5 bars though.
I don't care.
Yeah, you got to punish them somehow, right?
You got to tell them, dude. Look, I think of it like this: for all the years we've had to deal with them, we're gonna let them simmer down a little bit before we expand it. They just open their own tournament, keep it amongst themselves, right? You know, and
damn, Texas is like Wi-Fi players. They all have to fight amongst themselves too for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a big ass state, man. They have enough people.
It's true. It is big. It is pretty big.
Stop looking at that clip already.
I paused it on your finger.
Send it on Discord. Screen cap it. Let me see that.
Oh my god!
I'm hiding my fingers in public.
I have to show you.
Hands are
Ricky's just gonna start wearing gloves and shit with glow sticks.
It's right here. It's right here.
That's me making a fist, man. Fuck
those.
Oh my god, that's messed up. But
I know. How you gotta do them like that?
Hey, they make clips, all right, on how to use it.
Hey, man, listen. I'm not gonna complain, dude. My fingers, at least, they get me somewhere. Top 8 combo breaker sometimes. These little stubby ass fingers will get me somewhere sometimes. I swear though, these things have cost. Ever since I started using a button bind for 1+2, my fingers don't know where any punches are anymore. I can't play damn pro. I added
Ricky,
1 extra button, and now my fat fingers are like 1+2. I don't know how to break that.
Everything's a 1+2 now.
Yeah, someone in my chat told me I have to press 1+2 + 5 in order to break 1+2 throws. I just have to hit all 3 buttons and then act like it's a 1+2 throw. That's gross.
For Nordic tackles, yeah, that's what I heard. It's good. It's a good strat. But man, other than the netcode, mostly great. Other than the weird stuttering, other stuff that came along from season 4, we also got a new character.
Peggy 16.
Oh shit, Peggy 16. Shit, that was loud. Okay, we got Kunimitsu. We got the new stage, Vermilion Gates. We got new moves for all the characters, like new balance patches, tweaking of some frame datas, and some straight up new moves and extensions off of shit that we never seen before. And we've already talked about the online play enhancements. And yeah, what do you guys think about the new balance in Kunimitsu, the new stage? What do you guys have to say about that?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
There is a lot.
Like,
we can start with Kuni. We can start with Kuni.
Yeah, let's start with Kuni.
Okay.
What do you guys think about it? I like the look of her. I think her body looks kind of small. She's like, I think she's very fun to watch. I haven't really dug into her yet, so I don't know much about the character. Binchang beat my ass at Wednesday Night Fights, but
that's your fault because you released the Revenant. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
you released that shit out to
It's
us.
level
dude.
5. It's a fucking level 5.
Aside.
Yeah, he was hunting me, man. It was messed up.
He definitely was pissed off. Was felt.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the character, she seems good. It's her backdash seems a little busted. I don't know if it's just like if it's too good or what, but it definitely is very powerful right now. And overall, like the character is very tricky. So I feel like she's got ninja tricks. She's made it full of ninja trickery. So it's like Yoshi, Noctis, and Master Raven all combined to one character.
Mm-hmm.
I played her a bunch actually, and I think honestly she definitely feels fun. Cat's I don't know if she's cheap because she definitely has some like cheap-ish feeling things, but her wall carry, by the way, is like, oh my god, it's crazy. And I would complain more about her if Lars didn't exist because I have someone else to complain about instead. So,
bro, yeah, his wall carry is crazy now.
Shut up,
Lars
over
is
there.
better than Coonies?
They're both good. They're both really good. Lars might be better though. He could carry wall to wall on Hammerhead. Yeah. Hot dog way. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Hot
dog way.
The hot dog way. The hamburger way is real easy for everybody.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, like, a big thing too was when season 3 came out, I feel like I was surprised at how much they added to the game. I felt like season 2 was kind of a good place. They just needed to balance it a little bit better, and then boom, would be fine. And instead they added all these new moves, all these new properties. And season 4 now, they've done the same thing. So I'm not surprised to see them add this much again, but it's a lot. There are a lot of changes to go through. I don't think that anyone's gonna know what the true balance of the game is like for a while. Everyone's talking about how good Bob is right now. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the Fakirmom changes yet. Has he gotten nerfed?
I'm sure he got nerfed. His backdash definitely got nerfed.
A little bit.
Like,
that's great.
It just said backback nerf reduction.
I think the two biggest nerfs for him probably is back 3 no longer a counter at launch. That's pretty big for him. And also 1-2-1 now it's -10, which isn't huge, but at least you could punish a third hit now if you're crazy enough to challenge the fourth hit.
Yeah, that's it. If that's it, then the backdash sounds like the big nerf there. But the down forward 1 string is still gonna be annoying. He'll still be a good character.
Oh yeah, the mid high from the down forward 1 no longer counter hit knocks down for a launch or grounded hit afterward.
Wait, which one?
That's good. The
down
counter hit
into the high elbow. Yeah, he doesn't get a knockdown on counter hit anymore.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I think those are fair nerfs, though. I mean, back 3 being like such a, throw up in your face like kind of move, And then like Rip was saying, and down forward, 1-2, that was like stupid because like you challenge, you duck it, you try to get the correct challenge, you get counter hit, for your troubles, right, and and get launched for it, right. But I think that was pretty fair. I think he's still a really good character. I think he's definitely like A or above. I think he's really good still.
Yeah, I think he's solid. I think he's still solid.
Leroy, on the other hand, is definitely dropped down from where he was. I believe it. I played like multiple Leroys so far, and with Lei, easily manageable now for me. Like, I felt like I don't have to sweat about the drip sweep and the orbital mix up anymore. And I played against Bloodhawk. Huh? Yeah, and Bloodhawk is definitely a good Leroy player, but I was giving him a hard time. He knows how to play against Lei too.
He does.
And I thought I was gonna get smoked because it was Leroy, but after the changes this week, it looked like he was struggling against me. And
but Lei is also a lot buffer now too, right?
Yeah, he's got a really dumb looking new move that I love.
Yeah. Hits Leroy's marching move, literally. But I think it's still a hard move to call out because it's still an easy move to call out because it only comes out in one stance, and that's snake stance.
Oh, and I'm not talking about that move. I'm talking about your dumb,
12
ugly,
frame,
12 frame punish. Where you stick your
I think that was a fair adjustment. He really needed a 12 frame. I'm just saying,
that.
And on top of it,
I hate when people say that shit.
You don't need nothing, dog.
Yeah,
you were fine with this.
One needs a good low out of DSS.
I know. Steve needs a normal hit launching down forward 2. He needs it.
Yeah, Law needs
need
back
you,
1-2-1
Rip.
back.
To shut the fuck up.
Law needs auto parry, bro.
I need you to shut the fuck up with
Shaolin
that.
spin kicks needs to Jalen block.
Dude,
Law needs a rage
Oh
drive.
my god, dude.
We're not playing
He
this
needs
need
it.
game.
Mhm.
We don't need nothing.
Yeah, Lei
Suiken
seems pretty
needs it.
good.
I like that much better. The character is fine, but Suiken needs it.
Damn. That new 12 frame mid though is pretty nice. This I can't believe they actually gave him a 12 frame mid just to like for a poke, you know. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Kuni. She just seems she still has her jank. Like she has her jank from tag 2 that's still carried over. Like if you're on the right axis, you launch and do up forward 3-4 into the knee, the forward 4. It always whiffs. I'm just like that always used to be a problem with her. So it's like a lot of the things are kind of carried over. Another thing as well, I played against Peeling's Kuni just a little bit ago, and then I did jab 1 on block into 1-2 right with Steve. He did jab after I jabbed, and his jab beat my jab. And I was just like, what is happening here? And then her backdash is really weird. Her hurt box is really tiny. And then the way that she just feels like she's standing farther back and stuff. But she's just really slippery, man.
Her stance and size is funky. So like I remember when I was playing a Wednesday Fights against Binchang, he did down forward 1 into down forward 1. And I tried to jab interrupt in between. And her down forward 1 hit me. So she went down forward 1, and my jab couldn't interrupt it. I was like, that's not right. I was like, but I don't know the frame data, so maybe it is right. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist in Tekken, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, this must be a hitbox, hurtbox interaction. So I kept on getting hit by that kind of shit because I kept on trying to do it.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's definitely going to be things like that because she looks really short to me when I see her. Because compared to Law, who's not a tall character, she's way shorter.
She's tiny. She's like probably one of the smallest characters in the game.
But I think that's what makes the backdash looks very amazing because of the character size, right? Can you imagine the backdash is the same?
Did you see that clip from Binchang?
But also the distance, right, per single backdash is big.
Yeah.
It's big and fast.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
2 backdashes and you're already like full screen in Mishima Dojo. It's like, what the hell? How am I about
it's
to get
definitely
wall
hella good. Yeah, I agree with you. It's hella good. It's the same thing like Safina, you know. But it's still up in the air to see who's better. I think because Kunimitsu, like I said, it looks a little smaller. It looks a little bit more dramatic. But I think it definitely needs to be nerfed too. But if Venus is not getting nerfed, I mean, why should they nerf hers? You know, at this point,
it's a little bit different, right? Because first of all, I haven't went through the characters, so I don't know. But when you look at Zafina and you look at her punishers, you know, like the character's lacking a lot of punishers. So you start to think like, okay, maybe the backdash is intended to make up for that lack of punishers or something.
To
like
create more whiffs and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like so if Kuni is lacking stuff, then fine, maybe she needs a better backdash. But if she's not lacking shit, then you know, maybe she should get that backdash nerfed, you know?
Maybe she should get a Leroy parry instead.
Yeah.
Her parry seems kind of ass, but she has some cheap shit too, like forward 4-2. If you could do it at 10 every time, or even if you could get it at 12 every time, that shit hurts. And she has a 14 frame launcher that you could buffer with crouch dash too. And yeah, she seems like she's really strong. She does a lot of damage, and she's just a fucking degenerate 50-50 motherfucking character, bro. Like, God.
That sounds like that's more of a complaint about Peeling than it is about the character.
Oh, no, it wasn't even Peeling's Kunimitsu. It's just every Kunimitsu. It's just like,
it's Suiken.
Fuck.
Wednesday Night Fights.
Full crouch
50-50?
sweep?
It's just a full crouch sweep or just a Lost 83 mix-up?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Dude, that's definitely Suiken's, bro. Come
it's
on.
definitely mine. I felt
Dude,
bad
that's
about
everybody's.
it.
That's everybody's mix
Yeah,
up.
it really is everyone's at this point.
You get the first one, you do 4-4-2, dash in, 4-3 again, crouch cancel, and again repeat the effects. It's pretty funny. And like Ricky said, wall standing 3 will eat your ass.
How bad is wall standing 3 on block?
Only 13.
13?
Yeah.
That's cheap.
And then since the follow-up also does the flip over, if you tech, you're getting up like in that spot. She could do another set to get in, and then it's another 50-50 or just run up and duck. It's a scary scenario, man.
The set stance mix-up seems hard to deal with. Can you sidewalk it or something?
I heard you could. I heard you could step everything
It seems
left.
like that's what he should do. Okay. Because I was going to say, when I tried to defend against it, I was like, dude, I can't jab interrupt or I get countered by the 2, I think. It's a launcher. I was like, so we're gonna try walking, but then you got to be quick to react. And so I figured it was something where you got to step like 75% of the options, and then you're fine, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also kind of. Go ahead, Ricky.
No, you go first. Go first.
I was just gonna say it's also kind of early. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
still very early.
That's exactly. I was gonna say, so like it's because it's so early. I feel like once people start labbing the character and like understanding like sidewalk this, etc., then it's like okay, maybe we can finally see how the character is really supposed to be played. Because right now there's nothing like completely out there that's like, oh, this is broken. It looks mad cheap. It's like
Yeah.
it looks gimmicky.
There's a lot of gimmicky looking stuff. Yes.
Lots.
Yeah.
And the thing too is to remember is when Falkenraum came out, nobody thought he was busted either. Everyone was like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah, he's probably like mid tier. He doesn't seem like he's like Levelup.
And then 2 weeks later,
everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see this damage, bro? What the fuck? From the wall.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. It either could end up being really good or really bad, but we'll find out in the future. But for now, she seems fun, and I'm more happy that Ganryu is more fun now because they buffed him by taking away Salt Upper Dumb Command.
Oh,
man,
dude, I saw that and I was like, yes, I could finally backdash and do forward 2 and not get this stupid ass move that gets me killed.
Dude, quality of life change so needed, and it's so weird too that they gave it to him. But I'm so happy that they did.
Dude, I saw that patch note and I was like, Ricky's so happy. Ricky's so happy.
Yeah, when I played your Ganny, I felt like it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was playing standard ass Ganny anymore. Like when you first played the character when he came out, I felt like I was playing DR Ganny. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like it's the same shit. Like not too much to worry about. Little stats, a couple things low, the Discord and all that kind of shit. But I was like, oh no, whatever. But now it's like, oh, there's a lot of shit to worry about. It's like there's a lot of different moves. So it's not just the same old character.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing that they did, and I really like about him, was the number one, they nerfed some things that needed to be nerfed, right? Like 2-1-2 being -11 was like right off the bat was the easiest thing to look at and like see. It's like that move is cheap, right? And when Fieni first came out, I saw how 2-1-2 interacted and it was -11, couldn't interrupt it, couldn't step it. I was like, how is that only -11? So they nerfed it to -13, which was like fair, like 100% agree. And then all the buffs they gave him were just like small buffs that like didn't necessarily actually make the move any better. It's just like it gave you options. I think those are great buffs to have because options, to maybe like now I can actually use this move in my rotation, right? Because before, one of the moves that they buffed was up forward 2. He has it into a stance now, which he didn't have before. Up forward 2 for me was a whatever move, mid homing that didn't do anything other than like actual combo. So I'm glad the changes that they did for him were on point, and his new moves are okay. I guess they're there. That's all I
that
can say.
new
They're
Thai
there.
mid launcher. How do you feel? Because like launch on block, right?
I mean, it's fine because it's a launch on block, but it's a hard read mid. That's what it exists for. So I'm okay with it. It's not a terrible move, but it's not a it exists for a purpose to make a hard ass read and then to look at your opponent and say, I knew you were gonna duck.
Yeah, there are definitely some winners and losers this season for sure. I mean, I think Suiken, Lei, definitely big winner. I think back turn 4-3, only -12. Has a new 12 frame Punisher that has good
Wall
range.
73 got buffed. Hitbox on it got vamped up. So it's like almost literally Tekken 3 Lei Wall 73, which is great.
Yeah, big chunky damage. And his Wall 73 +4 got a
Yep.
damage buff as well. Like he got a lot of
And it
like
hits grounded, which
wait,
it's supposed to.
Wall 73, what the hell happened to it?
It got buffed. You can actually it used to not be able
increase
to hit.
hitbox, yeah.
Yeah.
It hits consistently again on the ground.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But
so it was just
the Punisher was still the same amount, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is the same on
Okay,
that Wall
okay.
73, but it's intended as is now apparently. But yeah, the Wall 73, the back turn 4-3 was the biggest buff I think Lei got.
Going
'cause
from
now
launch to the speed kicks killer, the back turn 4-3, going from
Like,
launch
that move
punish
is great.
to
Did you see how it kills speed kicks? Make it safer. We need to see more of that
we
shit.
definitely need to make it safer. I ain't gonna lie, he's definitely stronger in this one, which is really good. But then again, a lot of other characters are stronger too. So,
Yeah.
I think Eliza definitely got nerfed, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
That's the other one I was gonna ask you about.
I'm just saying this now before Arsling comes in the chat and says, Suiken, no. I think Eliza is really good now. Yeah, like.
And he only played like Eliza for a little bit, but then like when he was, everybody was saying that Eliza's top 10 now.
That's
It's
funny,
like,
bro.
dude, maybe it was all part of the plan. I need to get this character nerfed into the ground. I'm gonna play him for a month, and and then get him nerfed. Great job,
Yeah,
Arslan.
gotta prove a point.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Arslan.
Good job. That was sick. But yeah, a couple other big winners like we were talking
Deviljin,
about. Bob, Deviljin, yeah, his up forward
Oh my
4 is
God.
practically back. He
It's
got
so
Down back
gross.
2.
down back
gross.
2, counter and knockdown, back forward 2-3, new move, natural combo, wall splat, hell
the hell
sweep.
sweep
He
change?
has Tekken 6 and Tekken 5 hell sweep.
He
Like,
has a choice of whether to get combo or just put you in like mix up. I was like, what? It's so dumb. It's actually dumb.
That's crazy
like
because now hell sweep at the wall, you can really like, all right, do I want my plus frames or do I want this wall damage that got nerfed a little bit too in the season?
You
So
take your plus frames,
Right.
trust me, and then you
Yeah.
just do laser scraper into the new high thing afterward.
Mhm.
Oh, dude,
No
that
one's
move
gonna
looks
duck
so
that shit.
stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, because the whoever Deviljin player I played, he kept doing it, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And I know, I'm like, even though every time that first punch comes out, and I'm like, the second one's a high. I know it's a high. I'm never gonna duck it because
Nope.
I'm gonna see this shit. in the back of
yeah,
my
for
mind.
like the
Yeah, I
last
have
15,
20
20
years
years.
in memory.
Yeah, mid. You don't duck this. You step the third hit. Yeah, that's it.
That's what's been getting me killed with the Kunimitsu throw too, because before you used to hold down. So so now I'm holding down and mashing buttons because I don't know which it is anymore.
Yeah. And then you
I'm
can
pretty sure
buffer
I'm still
her
escaping by
one
holding down,
throw.
It's
To make
a
it-
one.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
easiest
one
way
throw,
I
yeah.
try to memorize it for myself is like law. If she lifts the leg, it's a 1 throw.
Yeah, it really is like a different run up animation.
Whoa.
But it's hard to remember just because from if you didn't play tag 2 or any of the old Tekkens where you had to do that, then it's like whatever, it's a 1 throw. Learn
Dude,
it,
isn't
scrub.
that shit funny when they fuck up like legacy skills defensively? Like when they change mid highs to mid, like Lars.
Wait,
like
what just changed? There's another one. Lars.
Lars.
Is that's the one.
yeah, down forward 2-1 is mid now at minus 14. So it's just like, oh shit.
Jokes on them. I never ducked it anyways. that's
That's what I
the
said to Rip. I was like, you don't duck that shit anyways, Rip.
I
You're
definitely
okay.
duck it, man.
Yeah,
I
you
love
do.
ducking highs. Ducking highs in Tekken is one of my favorite defensive things to do.
It is very fun to duck high, especially the very quick like 2-hit ones.
Yeah, like
But-
the down forward 1-1 sort of thing.
Yeah,
I just love. But now fucking Geese and Akuma fuck that all up. Like I always try and I get killed because they block that shit too fast. So this is bullshit.
Dude, yeah, their down forward 1-1s are mad fast. It's true.
Dude, what if you can punch it now? The new netcode. Damn, I gotta check that shit out.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And Akuma changes. It's funny because now his tailspin 3 doesn't actually spark, so it looks pathetic. Funny though. I mean, he's still Akuma, so he's still gonna be strong regardless. And his new move, he has a EX Fireball
Out of
Yeah.
Demon Flip, yeah.
Demon Flip. That's strong, I think.
It's
I don't know.
actually
I don't know.
air invincible.
right?
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Invincible.
So
Yeah.
like it adds another layer to his like while standing 2 demon flip when you're trying to like
Yeah.
punish it or float him out of it. If he does the EX air fireball, you literally can't hit him out of it. There was a video clip of a Deviljin doing up laser against it. It just goes completely through it. He doesn't even get hit.
Yeah.
So if you're
Wow.
like an Akuma against it and you do EXDP against it, do you just fly through him?
Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
That would be
I've-
sick.
I've had a match
wanna
where,
see that.
where we've done 2 DPs in a row, and so we just both go straight up touching each other, but not hitting each other.
Mm. 2 DPs, huh? Straight up
Yeah.
to each other and touching each other, huh?
Yeah, it gets
Yeah, really?
Akuma-
Okay,
Akuma
we're
mirrors
going
get-
this way? Okay.
Akuma mirrors get crazy, man. Trust me.
I believe you. I believe you. Did you guys see that stealth meter,
Oh, God.
buff, Arslan was talking about? I saw it.
You really like debunking anything Arslan tries to say, huh?
Damn.
No,
You didn't
I
watch-
didn't. That's the
Ricky,
only
you
time I
didn't- you didn't-
debunked it
Ricky,
because
you didn't
I
watch
just tested
Suiken's
it.
tweet, did you?
I did it, but I do know what he's
Yeah.
talking about at least. So
Jackass.
Look, I had a PS4 that wasn't updated, and I was thinking, okay, I guess it would be a fun thing to do, It was definitely fun for me, though.
See,
Nicely
Like,
done. Nicely done.
No,
Yeah.
it's just fun because you know how much everyone hates Akuma. And if it's an Akuma tweet regarding Akuma, even Super Akuma tweeted it, right? He was even saying like, "Oh yeah, Suiken debunked it. Check it out. Make sure you wear headphones." I knew what he wanted to do, right?
I know.
I just gave the community the tools to, let these Akuma haters enjoy,
Nice.
But yeah, that was the tweet from Arslan. He said that he thinks that Akuma gains meter faster in this version, but everybody was like, bro, he just has more life to get beat up on to build that meter, and it actually builds the same. So yeah, that's the other thing, right? With season 4, is there any other characters you guys want to talk about? Buffs, nerfs? Law, yeah.
He's kind of the
New
same.
move is funny.
The new move is okay. So
it's actually not that bad.
let me just talk about the Law community, all right?
Oh,
For a second.
Are you a Law cop?
The Law community.
Law cop, the leader, the leader of the 3-bar laws.
The leader of the Law community.
I wish I was. Let me tell you, these guys are out here complaining. They're putting out videos like Buff Law, it's like a Buff Lars movement sort of shit happening because they're upset that Law didn't get a new rage drive. They're upset. Forget upset. Just Frame James is pissed off
I saw that
they
tweet.
took away
That shit was
Frogman.
funny.
Down back 3+4. You know what I mean? The move
That's
that is
what he's upset
one of the
about?
most useless moves in Law's arsenal, right? He said he made all these posts about it. He's like, you got to use it like a hop kick, bro. I was like, if you could use it as a hop kick, then just hop kick, James. You know what I mean? It's better. So James is upset because they took out Frogman. Look, I'll be honest. When I went through the move list and I found it, right, I was upset. I was like, oh shit, where's Frogman? Because Frogman has been in the game forever. So to take out a move like that was kind of like sad to watch this old move be taken out completely. It's like,
definitely not
shit,
sad.
flip kick is gone. Where the hell flip kick? It's not as notable of a move, but it's still a little bit, right? It was definitely an iconic move for Law. So it was a fun move to try to land on someone for fun, and that's gone now. So that kind of is sad, right? For sure. But come on, man. It wasn't a good move. You can't argue that move was so good. This new move that he has doesn't look at all like something Law would do. So that part bothers me about it.
All of Law's moves are mostly troll-ass moves, Rip. And this move looks like a solid move. That's why it looks weird to your dumb ass, because it's
like a Bruce Lee sort of move, whatever. But this move, it's
shots.
This move looks like a NRS down 3 is what everyone keeps saying. It looks NRS down to an anti-air.
Definitely has like those vibes. Yes, it definitely has.
It looks like he's trying to pick up some money from under a couch, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah, he's lifting the couch up with his leg and grabbing the.
Yeah, he's holding up the sofa
with his leg,
going underneath it.
It's a weird looking move.
An ugly ass move.
It does look ugly,
but in terms of effectiveness, I think it's a very effective move. It gets under highs pretty quick. Yeah. It leaves them full crouch after.
Dude, it got under Razor Rush.
No, I timed that really well. So
oh my god!
Because I was like, Suiken always delays the third hit. So
write this up, Bearded.
Let me use my high crush on this mid. I get it.
Yeah. So, but realistically, I think the move is good because it leaves you crouch at the wall. You get while standing 4 combo out of it. So it's got this weird timing throw off from the animation, so it looks like he's getting low to hit you with banana peel. So it becomes a mix up for banana peel end around situation in my eyes.
It does look like banana peel
because it looks like he's getting low and then hits you mid. So it's the timing on it's very good. I think the move is way better than Frogman ever was. So in that sense, it's good.
Yeah, way more usage with that move than fucking Frogman.
Right, and the rest of the Lost changes. His back 2 has a tiny bit more range, which is cool. I definitely can feel it. It's not huge, but it's enough.
That's nice. That's a quality
down back
of life.
3. Yeah, I like that one. Down back 3 counter hit does not knock down, so no guaranteed damage. That's a nerf. While standing 1 nerf bothers me because they reduced the damage on it by 3. It went from 13 to 10.
Plus the life bar change. Yeah, so it's a double nerf.
Yeah, it's a double nerf. And the thing that sucks about it is that wasn't like Falkenrom's one where it's easy regular hit confirm. You have to actually
a little more committal. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was frustrating to see that one get nerfed. 3+4. The first half is now minus 14. That's a big one. But
that's pretty big. Yeah.
As far as I can tell so far, most people are still in the same boat where they don't want to punish. They want to duck the last hit. So they kind of freeze up when you don't, and then they don't get the 14 or whatever. They get a 12 or something. Yeah. So it kind of puts it more to the 12 cents than the 14 cents. So I'm not.
That makes it a little bit more committable, just like Geese's back 3 type of deal, right? I mean, come on now, 14 frame launcher. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good move to use to punish anything 14.
That's definitely one of those moves that you don't just kind of throw out. It's kind of just there for with punishers and block punishers too. So
yeah.
Yeah, but like the thing that sucks about that one is still like it's off of his while standing 4 counter 3+4 confirm, DSS.
In case
So it's
if
like,
you feel your DSS is a little off and you're already committed to the first part.
Right. And the thing is like it's so hard to do that like they nerfed this thing that was like incredibly hard to do, so they're like nerfing you for being good at the game. It's like I understand nerfing you for the sense of like whiff punishing with just random 3+4s or some shit. But the fact that it also is gonna hurt that part really hurts. But yeah, I think that was the majority of launch. Oh,
1 2 2 2
bounce.
and 1 2 1+2.
Yeah, the 2 counters on those things and the back 2 counter, those are whatever I think. But the wall bounce is pretty cool because you can just throw out bullshit. People don't want to attack now because they're concerned. But overall, it's not that crazy because you can still just step it. But it's still good to have. That's all for law basically.
I mean, speaking about my main, I guess Steve, and I see a couple people asking in the chat. Nothing but nerfs. Like, is there much to talk about? Like, literally,
too good.
All of his low pokes, like literally, there was like a list of like 5
Except
notes.
Corsica forward 2.
Yeah, the -18 one. Fantastic. So they all do less damage. On top of that, the life bar is bigger. So now I have to do way more if I'm trying to poke with lows. So it's just like that part kind of sucks. They gave him a new move that replaced his Peekaboo Shove. I mean, I'd rather have the new move, right? Because the shove was useless anyway. So I'd rather have something somewhat useful than something completely useless, right? So that's nice. But other than that, I think the one that hurts me the most personally are Flicker 2 and Flicker 112 series, right? All those knockdowns. That's the only one where you got a guaranteed down back 2, right? Like forward 2 into down back 2, that's not guaranteed. If you hold up and then down back, you could block the down back 2. But Flicker 2 was the only one where down back 2 was guaranteed. Now no longer the case. The knockdown's the same as Flicker 1 forward 1 on counter hit, where they don't bounce. Their God doesn't dribble their head on the floor animation. They're just on the floor as soon as they get knocked down. So he still gets Corsica forward 2, but also at tip range on Flicker 2, Corsica forward 2, they could just back roll out of it. So I'm just like, that sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, Flicker 2 and back 2. 5 damage nerf as well. So his 17 frame launcher is now 5 damage less on his staples. So I'm just like,
good.
Damn.
Good.
It's just if I was only a Steve player and I didn't play any other characters, I fucking hate this season. Fuck this.
No way. He's still good, dude.
He's still good.
Like,
he's practically unchanged. He's practically
remember,
unchanged, Like
they didn't. Yeah, exactly. Because remember the change I was proposing about Steve, right? Where I said that they should make down forward 2 -10.
It is. It's -11.
Oh, down forward 2?
Yeah. I just have to duck cancel.
Oh, fuck you.
It is when you close your eyes and hold forward.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. See, if they made some shit like that, where he couldn't duck cancel or something, and then that was actually possible, because the fact that he has a high counter and a mid counter, that's what made him so much better in this game, I think. So the fact that that part's still unchanged, he's like, you're still chilling. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
definitely be fine.
Besides,
you're a Lars main now.
Am I? Oh, man, I got washed playing Lars at Wednesday Night Fights this week. Definitely need a little more time in the oven for sure.
You know, that's the best part about this for me, Mike. You remember in Tekken 6 when we all told you to go back to Steve?
I didn't until like halfway through the game, and I was like, okay, I'll pick him up. Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
You're never a Lars player.
Damn.
Yeah. It really like your heart is set on one thing, but your brain is gonna be set on something else. In my heart, I'm one Kazuya main. I'm doing all these counter hits out for 2 electrics. On my hands, they're scared to do anything. They don't want to do it.
My hands aren't a Kazuya main. Curse you.
My Kazuya is trash. So my heart.
Cold-blooded.
Damn.
The angle's bad, man. The angle's bad.
I'm gonna make that an emote. It's just gonna be his hands.
Haven't you seen the picture on my my stream picture? There's a picture of me when I was like at SCR putting my hands up, like telling people to calm down, right? Someone photoshopped my hands and made them way smaller.
Yeah.
But the funny part is that the Photoshop version, you look at it, like I looked at it at first and I was like, whoa, my hands are really that small. I didn't even notice it was photoshopped at first. and it's not even like a jokes. It's not even like a serious size. It's a joke size. Like my head is like legit like 20-30% smaller.
It's a fun size Kit Kat all of a sudden from a Snickers bar.
That picture made me laugh so much, dude.
Oh
that's
shit.
awesome.
That is great. That is great. So, just to recap on season 4, the character balance. I mean, a couple characters that I could think of right off the top of the bat is just like a couple surprises, right? Paul, I'm actually really surprised. He's practically the same character. Like they nerfed his rage art by 5 damage, but it still does a shit ton. The wall grounded hit nerf definitely toned down his wall damage, right? But it's still fucking ridiculous. Like the grounded hitting Death Fist still does a grip, but not as much as before. So I don't know which one's stronger now. I gotta look at it. The damage reduction went from 60% to 50%. But yeah, they got rid of his forward 1+4. But they gave him a new power crush that gives Death Fist anyway. So I'm just like, he's the same shit. He's the same shit. All the good tools are still great. A couple other winners. Everybody's saying Bob. I think Bob is pretty solid. He got a 15 frame launcher. We'll see how strong it will be overall throughout the season. The Crouch Dash 1 coming back is also a really good one for whiff punishment as well. Lars is another winner. Heihachi's a kind of a winner as well, like while standing 3, 1+2, like King is a little winner.
Omen
King, dude, bro.
Oh yeah, did it say people say Omen Death Fist or Omen Thunder God Fist like high crushes like
It does
super
Consistently,
consistently?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
and
glad-
it's a
I'm glad
launcher
people-
now, right? That's the previous season buff. So
Yeah.
it's a launcher and now it's a high crush. She was like, what?
Yeah, ever since the
Like,
7
that's
series,
crazy.
it's a launcher, bro. And that shit does
Yeah.
like a ton.
Yeah, it just sounds like everyone's pretty happy with their characters unless they're Eliza or Eddie mains. But I feel like those people are generally pretty unhappy to begin with.
Wait, is
Dude,
Eddie
John
back?
Ding had a funeral service for Eddie
Yeah,
on his
John Ding
stream.
John Ding legit can cut half of the screen out and put Eddie on one screen, still in the game, by the way, dancing. And then he turned on his camera, put it on the other half, and legit looked at him and bowed. And was basically saying, later.
Oh, yeah, he's been
I mean, he's
playing
been playing
Julia now.
Julia anyways, so
Yeah.
I think that's
And he's been doing well too.
yeah.
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
been doing
once you realize like, oh, I can actually wall carry and do combos at the wall, like that's such a foreign concept to Eddie. So it's like, oh, I can play like the majority of the game now.
yeah.
So good for him.
Oh, is this the John Ding clip?
I mean, it's so sad. Look, he's so. I mean, because that's a deep ass bow, by the way.
Dude.
That's
That's a
that is
funeral
the most
bow.
respectful bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Mhm.
Ooh.
He literally is about to. Never mind.
He's, oh, and it's that's a wrap.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh man, poor Eddie. Poor Eddie. Yeah, Eddie.
But I mean, overall, it
didn't
sounds
get
like
nothing.
everyone's happy.
Yeah, for the most part. I think I don't know, there's some other questionable ones, right? Like Ling Xiaoyu, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
What the fuck?
that down back two is mad fast, dude.
Yeah.
18
Mad
frames, it's counter hit plus a gajillion, and she's like plus a, and it's safe. Whoa.
It's safe.
It's safe.
Mm-hmm. That's why
Who
Peeling
wrote this
started
shit?
tweeting more. He's all like, "Damn, I wish I had this during the exhibition." And
Why the fuck is it safe?
Dude, her high crushing down forward 1 is +9 and only -2 now on block. Like,
Did Mishima Star become a Link player during COVID? Like, what happened? Like, I feel like some questionable decisions are happening where Xiao Yu's getting hella good things, and that's not good.
When I went through her data, I just remember thinking, man, if Shauna was playing, he would love these changes. Like, it's all the kind of changes that he would absolutely love. So the frame data buffs are great for her. She got like a clean enough like down back 1 or something. I think.
yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Like they turned it's like damage nerf from like 30 to 27 or something, and then plus clean it now, so now it's 35 damage. I'm like, what the hell? That's not a nerf. like it's rarely a nerf.
How many moves have clean hits like that, though? I always thought that move had a clean hit at some point, and then it got taken away.
I felt
I
like
didn't
it
really
did in the
know.
older games, and then like maybe ever since like 6 or tag or something, they got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, interesting choices. I mean, it's usually the first patch. It's always almost more like a testing phase.
That's
It's
a good
not
point.
it's not like nice to say it like that, but it really is, right? We're all kind of testing the game and trying to
there's
figure
no
out.
more arcade first, bro. It's coming
And there's no more
Yeah.
like world tournament offline events, right? So it's a little bit of a testing ground, and that's also thing I kind of want to bring back to the netcode too. It's like we could play people across the world now and shit. Everything's amazing, but we get those weird stutters. You know, it's like for the first attempt, this is like fucking solid, dude. Like, and if they iron it out with the next patch, you know, because season 4 ain't even done yet. You know, it's the cheapest season yet. Only one character, one stage so far announced, and then there's still one more character we have no information about, and an extra stage, right? So
it's gonna be Kiryu, right?
I feel like
I don't know. I just wait for the Microsoft Store to be.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no,
We'll
but
ask
the guy,
somebody
that
at
made,
Microsoft.
the guy that makes Yakuza says he doesn't want Kiryu hitting women.
He also
Yeah.
did bring
Huh?
that up recently, right?
Yeah,
So
he did bring
Because
it up.
in the actual fighting game, he doesn't actually ever touch a woman. I don't think, at least in fighting
Interesting.
style, right? So I think he wants that to stay the same. So
Do you remember?
damn, when
No, go ahead,
if he's
go
in
ahead,
Tekken, all the girls turn into guys.
that'd be sick.
That'd be so
Bob
fun.
Xiao Yu,
Dude, let's go.
Wow. Gross.
What I was gonna say was, remember those before we got this information about the season? Remember Harada put out those 4 images, and one of them was of like
Oh yeah, like
that spot, the convenience store,
yeah.
right? Like, so what is that
Oh.
picture from then?
I mean, that convenience store is still technically like a real convenience store in Japan.
I think that's
kind of,
still
right?
the stage that's coming though.
It could be, right?
It
maybe
could be the
maybe
Shinjuku stage from T4 again,
that would be sick.
right? But then, dude, if that music came back too. Oh god, dude, if that music came back, I would lose my shit. But like, what other character would you put with that stage?
Majima from the same franchise.
Majima, yeah.
Everybody's saying it's
It's the
either
same thing-
Kiryu or
Does
Majima if it's from
does Maja hit
Yakuza.
women? It's like,
He's supposed to be kind of crazy, but
Crazy, yeah.
I think the idea is that no one in that game kind of hits women. They're pretty, well, unless they're part of the story.
Honor system.
Then they
right?
get fucked up. But
Yeah.
as long as you're not part of the story, then you're fine. in that game.
Remember when they teased Noctis' stage, and we didn't even think it was Noctis. We kept thinking it was other characters from the Final Fantasy franchise. Remember?
I don't remember any teasers at all.
I remember.
What the hell are you talking about? It's
Yeah,
like,
like
I remember when
someone,
Noctis
like-
first came out. It was someone looking at the phone, and everyone's like, "Metal Gear." It's
Oh
like, no
yeah,
one
the
knew.
cup of noodle. Yeah, that trailer. Yeah, I don't remember that. I just remember
I could
the.
swear someone was saying like, "Oh, I don't know if it was leaked or somebody had mentioned like this is a part of a stage from Final Fantasy."
I don't
But
remember
anyways,
any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
think
mean,
you had a
it-
dream, dude.
I mean, the stage is part of Final Fantasy. Apparently, there's a.
Yeah.
The only
chocobo
thing I
in there.
remember about the stage was that it used to be an infinite stage, and now they changed it into a perimeter around it.
fence.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I remember it was
I
an
forgot
infinite
about that.
stage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that was like when we all saw that too. We were all kind of hyped that it was because there were only 2 infinite stages at the time.
Right.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh yeah, new infinite stage, perfect. And then they put walls on it. It's like,
Yeah.
what happened?
they
And
put
then,
a
they were
little
like,
play
and then the
pit.
next thing was, yeah, they put walls on. They didn't put walls in the right place. The shit's all crooked when you start. Like, walls in the way.
What the hell is going on, man?
Yeah, at least the homeless people in the in the other stage, at least they form a barrier.
A
At least put
barrier,
you right in
yeah.
the right in the middle.
Yeah.
At least those dudes got it right. The
Homeless
zombies can.
people.
Yeah, the zombies can form a better wall than those dudes in Final Fantasy. What the hell?
Yeah. Let's talk about the life bar change.
That's
and
exactly
the,
what I was
the
gonna get
scaling
into.
change.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the new changes to like the system, the damage calculations, the scaling on grounded hits on the wall, also life bar buff? I thought they did a lot more to the scaling, more than actually increasing the life bar, right? So it's just like those wall combos don't hurt as much if you get the grounded hits anymore. But yeah, the 60 to 50 is what the nerf was, and also the HP increase was just 5 points from 170 to 175. A lot smaller than I initially thought. But how do you guys feel now that you guys have had some time with season 4 and playing some matches with it?
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I could go just from a commentator standpoint, right? Because I did Bud Light with Tasty Steve on Tuesday, and Nashi was in top 8, and he could have advanced in the tournament if those 5 points of extra health didn't exist, because he had like 2 rounds where he should have won, and he would have won had those 5 points not existed.
Wow.
But it came into play surprisingly. And at first when you hear 5 points, you're thinking, yeah, it's not that much, right? But the damage scaling with the wall system is so much bigger too. But it makes it so much more important now, not necessarily to get big damage at the wall, like the lower death fist might not be as much, right? You want to almost now get more multiple hits at the wall, because that's easier to stack up the damage than it is for that 1 or 2 big grounded hits. So the damage scaling, I think, is pretty good. And I don't know yet though if it's going to be like super impactful on the long run when it comes to like how many combos actually going to take to kill a person, right? Still feels the same. It still feels like the same game. But it does like when it gets down to the real close parts, and you're like, I wish those 5 points weren't there.
Another thing I noticed too, I completely forgot this was in the patch notes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have foggy memory on this, but didn't they also change the scaling after a wall break? Right,
balcony breaks and wall breaks, yeah.
Right. So like even the scaling after those, so it's like Geese Howard stage specifically, right? You get the first breakable wall, and your character is the degenerate as Julia, party crasher to the wall, to the wall, to the wall, right? Home of the room, of the living room. She's just gonna carry you everywhere. It doesn't fucking matter. Kage. All right. But now a lot of those death combos don't exist because of the wall scaling. So a lot of stuff kind of comes into play together with like the wall break scaling, the wall damage scaling is changed, the grounded hit at the wall, plus the plus 5, life bar.
So a couple things about that, like that, all that's cool and all, but it doesn't change anything for the characters that have like throws off the wall, right? Like there's no scaling difference on that anyway.
You mean like when Marduk gets to throw off the wall?
Yeah, Marduk gets his throw, or if King gets a giant swing off the wall, or he does his wall, Shining Wizard Ender on the wall combo. Like all those things are unaffected by these changes, right? So that's kind of like maybe an oversight. But then
I don't know. Like I still wouldn't. I mean, I don't mind that, because like if it was Geese and he did the full wall, kind of breakable thing, you're dead, and. I mean, it's situational. I almost want to say, right?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that, like, it's gonna nerf all those other characters who use normal wall combos. But if you ever want to use like a wall throw, like your combo is the same. That's what I'm saying, right? So they could have still changed that as well. But I think when we all first heard health bar change, one of the first things I said was like, wait, this is gonna make pokes weaker. You can't just increase the life bar. I hope they add damage scaling to the combos. So they didn't change the combo scaling. They did the wall combo scaling, which is fine for a good starting point, right? We'll see if it's enough. I think that the 5 damage is surprisingly the same thing. Like Ricky was saying, there's been multiple times now where I've played and like, oh shit, I got a pixel. Let's make this comeback happen. You get like powered up. It's hype. So 5. I think this is actually the better way to do it. Not too much health increase and put scaling on the combos. So
yeah, I think they did this really well, to be honest. Because it feels impactful, but still feels the same, which is like crazy.
Yeah, because you don't want the rounds to always time out and everything. You know what I mean? So I think so far it's like in a good spot. Like I think what I originally had asked for was to just increase the combo scaling from the get-go. So like stuff like Paul down for 2 and a Rage Yard combo wouldn't maybe fuck you up as much. But then like if you do that, maybe the rounds go forever. And it's always a timeout situation or something, right? So it's a balancing act. I think so far they did a good job.
Yeah, and there's, after they collect the data, after this first initial drop from Season 4, they could always tweak it in the future whenever we get that next guest character. Or, Season 3 had a lot of in-between patches, like how many times did they nerf Leroy, right? So we've seen that they can do multiple patches in one season, so who knows what they change with the
Harada already announced that.
Coming. Yeah.
Another one already?
Because Kuni doesn't have the balcony break scaling correct. So
she probably carried over from the older game or the older scaling. Yeah.
So basically, that's coming for sure. Like, there's at least one more patch guaranteed. What else comes with it, we don't know yet, right? So if you guys find some busted shit, talk about it immediately so that they'll.
Laying down back 2.
The patch is coming. Laying down back 2 should be punishable.
Why is it safe?
Large down for 2 should be high still.
If I find some cheap shit with Lay, I'm definitely keeping it to myself.
You do
Laws
that.
new should be a counter launcher.
Yeah.
And then your
hashtag.
Give
Touch it up for what?
Give everybody a touch
It
it
should be
upper.
called touch it upper.
That'd be sick.
Oh man.
But yeah, I think
King. Yeah, give King some nerfs. That'd be great.
Definitely King.
all he got was buffs,
crazy,
bro.
dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
he was
he got
already
hella
good.
Why did he get Oki off everything? Bro?
I thought they were gonna nerf his
here's
Oki after his multi throws and shit. That's just fucking RNG in a tournament. It's like,
They
oh,
gave
I
him
set
new
it
moves that
up.
gave him Oki too. Yeah, and dude, the ground throws have bigger range. So now for the ground Oki, it's gonna make sure it's better. Like,
Oh, and
what
they
the hell?
buffed the tracking on Giant Swing and his other command throws too.
Yeah, the command throws have tracking. Like,
Oh,
why did you
man.
add tracking? Like, that was one of the weaknesses.
I'm a King
to
main
the
now.
throws.
Dude, he's
Dude.
dirty, dude. He's dirty.
Hella.
And people are saying like, yeah, Armor King got buffed, but whatever. He got one new combo after back one. Whoop-de fucking da. You know, it's just like
No, but he can do that transition, right? Like he does that. I think it's 4-4-3 or 4-4-4. And he goes into that like shadow step.
yeah, Shadow Step and Shadow Step 2 is also a screw after back one. So you have two options to
Which is
screw.
hella funny to look at.
It's
A
the
low-hitting
ugliest.
screw.
Yeah, it's the ugliest freaking filler
Yeah.
ever, right? You hit the back
Gross.
one, go into stance, and then two, and then they just go tailspin. It looks
Yeah,
weird.
you hit him. For those of you guys who know, it's a low attack. So he swings at the ground, and then your character goes flying in the air. As a screw attack.
Is he the only one with the low hitting screw attack?
I think so.
Like I think so, right? Because it looks so funny.
Yeah, I
It doesn't
think
look
so.
right.
Mhm.
Like there might be like low mids or low high into screw attacks,
Mhm.
but like a single hit low that does a screw, I don't think it's another one in the game.
It looks really funny because the character is higher than the low. So
Yeah.
he hits the low
He
and then the
screws
character is
them
way
up.
above
Yeah,
him.
like how does that happen? He hits them towards the side and then they go up. Okay.
It's bizarre for sure.
But yeah, I think other than that, that pretty much wraps it up for today for the season 4 talk. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any characters, the scaling, damage stuff? Anything else you guys want to see in the future? I just want to see Ling's down back 2 being punishable. It's not a huge thing I'm asking for.
I mean, right now, season 4 is only like 3 days old or some change or something like that. We're yet to see like what all the characters are capable of. Everyone's saying Cooney's like kind of busted. I know her backdash is kind of fucked up. But I mean, at the same time, she seems like a great, a direct copy paste up from Tag. Obviously, with the whole wall signing 3 being off axis or sidestep down for 2, things like that, it's pretty apparent that it was copied over and adjusted. I think the character is amazing. It looks really great. I'm really glad they did the rendition of her daughter coming into it. I think overall, obviously, the net play is amazing. It's going to have some minor issues, but being able to play a lot of the old school players and all the new school players again opens up a big door, right?
Yeah.
Because you were used to seeing East Coast and West Coast and all these specific players always do well. Now that the gates are open, you're going to see sporadic communities all over the states of really solid players maybe making an appearance now in these top 8s, you know, being able to play an East Coast tournament is also an amazing thing, right? Like, up next, we're going to have Rip versus Glaciating. Like that's something like you never hear really unless you go to a tournament, hope the RNG was good for them to meet in a top 8 or something like that, right? Now this is going to be a really great opportunity for a lot of players to come out, showcase their skill, and, kind of level up their game.
That'll be awesome.
Nice.
Roll
Nice.
credits.
Yeah, nicely done.
He said the title.
By the way, ZTS is saying that Ling's down back 2 is -14, and she has to go back turn, but he's checking if she can parry out of it instead.
She can parry.
She can parry out of it, yeah.
For like, what if if you do a while standing 4?
And
From
she
what I
has
was
her
told-
manual parry, and then she has like the punch
Yeah.
parry, right? So
Well, we'll see.
I mean, so like
Yeah,
if
we'll
only you have a like a wall standing like elbow or knee attack that she can't parry, you know, something like that.
Interesting.
Then it's punishable. So like if you know,
yeah, I thought
King
it was
blocked
negative
it, maybe
8,
it's a
so
hop kick, you know.
I'm hearing it's -8, but she's in back
Yeah.
turn, so that's what they're saying. Okay, she just takes a
Mhm.
couple frames to turn around. I see. Interesting.
So nothing.
Well-
I don't think anything's guaranteed on her back turn. It's a mix up, but it's a mix up in her
In her
favor.
probably. Because especially it's gonna be on hit, it's gonna be in her favor.
The range on it is crazy. That's the part that bugs me out because I'm like, how is her? She should get some Rickstah fingers, is what I'm saying. Her fingers are too long. She has rip fingers, dog.
She's got
She needs some
Sim
Rickstah
arms and
fingers.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. She needs
No,
some Rickstah fingers.
It's like
Imagine making an emote of Rip's fingers, but multiple extensions, just like
Oh.
points.
oh god,
That's gross.
it is. You're
All the way
asking
to an
myself-
L2 button at the end.
A right pointer finger to L2.
Yeah.
You're asking about things that we want to potentially see in the future or change, whatever. I think like it's very early. Like Suiken just said, we're only like 2 or 3 days into season 4. So obviously, it's gonna be a while since we see all the balance flesh out and everything. But I definitely, I think it's crazy that this late into the game's life cycle we've gotten Netcode update, right? Like and a significant one, right? That's the thing. So now it's like I feel like if there's gonna be a season 5, like which seems unlikely because they only put 2 characters in this one. Shout out to them for this, by the way. I don't know if this is just a test or whatever, but it's cheap. It's only like $15 for the season pass, and right now there's a Steam sale, so it's even cheaper.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's a Steam fighting game sale right now, so if you guys haven't, go check that out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely hella cheap. But if there is a season 5, that means like we could ask for something else now. You could ask for like what would the next be? Like load time cut down, instant rematch or something.
Oh yeah, trust me. People are already complaining.
No, I know they're complaining. Yeah, but I feel like that's the thing.
I was mentioned in one BandaiNamco esports tweet. Oh my god, the people that respond to these things are so weird. What the hell? Who you think this person? You think this person at home right now in their underwear knows that like the load times in the lobbies are really bad? Like, what are you complaining to, dude? Like, it's a guy on Twitter. He doesn't even know.
Just go work at McDonald's. Life will be much easier.
But they're so passionate.
They
are.
There's the other group of super passionate people, the R-word army, where they're like, but is it real rollback? I'm like, doesn't fucking matter what it is. Like, here's the thing. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to put this into words, right? And I think I have a better idea of how to try it this time. So when you're playing online, right, whether it's real rollback or not, right, it's all a magic trick, right? You're not playing offline, right? It's an illusion that the developers are giving you to make you feel like you're playing offline. So, how the magic trick is done, like, doesn't really matter as long as you're fooled, and I think that's kind of where we're at right now with this netcode.
Yeah, but some people don't like to be fooled, right? They're always like, no, that's how this magic trick was done. The tiger was back in the back there on the ground.
I totally know everything because I'm a developer and I work for the company. I know absolutely everything that goes into game development. Yeah, it's just like, obviously, I know it's not rollback. Come on, guys. It's obviously delay based.
And plus, we don't know any better. If we're only Tekken players and have only played Tekken, the hell we've never experienced this greatness known as rollback. This is tight.
Yeah, no, honestly,
enjoy
if this is like the rollback in this truest final form, fucking Frieza 100% bullshit right now, I'm with it. Like, damn, let's get rollback on everything. Can I have a fucking McDonald's #1 large, please, with a side of rollback? Come on, like, let me get that.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the thing about this one specifically, right? The thing that people still bug people who are like rollback enthusiasts is that it doesn't you don't see it like crazy rolling back. You don't see a teleport of a character from one position to another when connection gets bad. And they want that, which is the most bizarre shit to me. I'm like, why do you want shit that looks so jank when things get bad? Wouldn't you rather just pause for a second and like continue?
So they could act like they're like, see, there it is, that shit's jank, blah blah blah.
Right.
Like
just. But I'm saying like they're both jank, right? Like either teleporting someone across the screen or pausing the game. They're both jank, right? But which one would you prefer? And I think Tekken prefers the pausing one, which is clear from what the developers are doing here, because you don't see major ass jumps and teleportations and stuff, right? You see rollbacks, hit sparks to whatever. I already had that in my main man matches. Like, I've already seen that in season 4. But like, it's not enough for some people who are like, nah, man, it needs to teleport, so otherwise it's not right. I'm like, dude, it's playable. I had a fun time playing, from LA to Sweden. I don't know what to tell you.
I gotta say, I do see a lot more of the life bar rollbacks now. Like, I almost see it, a lot now. So it's just like, oh, it's definitely there. It definitely was 3 before. Like, every time we've seen it before, that was the rollback.
Damn. Cool.
But yeah, I think that pretty much covers up everything. Unless you guys want to bring up any other stuff like characters or something to do with the scene or no?
There's so much shit to talk about right now. I feel like, character-wise, it's gonna take us weeks.
There's a lot.
I think we kind of hit the big ones for now. Brian, why had to kick counter? Come on, bro. Like,
why does he have a 50-50 after the mini combo? Like, if you tech, you get taunt upward. If you back roll or stay down, you're getting soccer kick. Like,
soccer kick, yep.
What The fuck? Like you just created a slam dunk contest for fucking Brian players, big dick Brian players, right? It's just like I hit the counter and hatchet kick. Oh, you're gonna attack? Let me show you how good I am. It's just like, yeah, we really need to show Brian players how good they are to everybody, huh?
Oh, definitely. I thank you for that tech. I'm gonna go practice it right now. My town jet uppers are on point, but I have no setup, so I'm glad that there's an easy setup for me to showcase how short my fingers are.
Right pointer to L2.
Oh boy, it's perfect every single time. All right.
But yeah, thank you once again to Lord Harada, everybody at Namco. You know, I think they hit it out of the park with this one. You know, the netcode, man, like I never thought we were gonna get one, and now that it's here and it plays great, that's the best buff I could have ever asked for. I've been saying that the last couple times, and yeah.
Can we get and you dig it at the same time? Can we do that?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Can you dig it?
Ricky he's not a participant.
Not a
yet,
team
bro.
player.
I didn't know how fast you were gonna do it, or what.
I didn't know
what the
either.
delay
Mike
was.
held that shit out forever. That was crazy.
Yeah, because I was gonna dump it at the end. But
We
you guys
needed the
stressed out
rollback
so
on this.
Yeah, we needed a rollback on this.
Can we get the rollback in the Discord? Come on.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. By the way, we're doing a Kunimitsu only tournament next Friday. A bonus bogus journeys tournament, one-off, not a full series, just Kunimitsu only, nationwide.
Nationwide.
Why not? Why not?
Is it capped?
All of you.
Is it capped at 64?
Yes, it is capped at 64.
So when are signups going up? Damn, that's very crucial.
Signups.
Are you gonna tweet in advance? Like somebody gonna tweet in advance? Like signups going up tomorrow.
I might put it in the Discord first, so we get the West Coast people in first, and then expand out. Because you don't want to expand and just have an East Coast tournament, right?
Not allowing
Come
Texas
on.
to join this?
What?
Are we still not letting Texas join this?
No, Texas can join this. Shut up. Yeah, they can enter. It'll be fine. So yeah, that signups will go up soon. I'll tell you this. The Smash page is already made, so it's just a matter of putting it live. So it'll probably be in the next few days. So make sure you stay, hooked on Twitter or whatnot.
Hooked on Twitter.
Hooked on Twitter. I'm tweaking right now.
Hooked on phonics.
Yeah, check this. Make sure you follow the Level Up Your Game account on Twitter, because that's probably where the announcement will come from.
Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, that's something to look out for. That's going to be the 20th of this month, next Friday, guys. Mark your calendars if you guys want to show off that Kunimitsu. Vinakuni. But all right, here we go. This is the last part of the segment. Let's do our follow me ads. Who wants to go first?
You can follow me at Repaul on Twitter, REEPAL, and then Level Up Your Game on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
Oh.
You can
I beat the main man. Watch it on YouTube. Wow, it's funny.
And the optimization settings, I still need to do that. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good ass one, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if, Ricky, have you done it?
Yeah, I did. Great job.
Damn.
All right.
I literally heard
a chef kiss.
I was really curious about Ricky because I know he's got an AMD graphics card, and I did it with NVIDIA settings, but also told people how to do it with that AMD. So
I pretty much did. I couldn't do the frame cap limiter because I didn't download it yet, but I didn't need it for now. So when it happens, then I'll probably get it because I know.
Bro, get the
especially for my 144 1400
hertz
and 1440p. That's what it is. Monitor.
Yeah.
So that's a key. So I had issues with that, but I played it on a 1080p monitor. It was fine. And then I did your settings, and now I'm back on 1440p because it looks nicer.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, and also you can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Short Fingers. Sorry, Rickstah. Man, I should make that a handle. Don't
Short
steal
Fingers.
that. That's my next name.
My spoon is too big and my fingers are too small.
I got some kids spoons and forks for you, Ricky, if you need to get some of them.
I'm good. I can work with some chopsticks, man. It's fine. Short fingers don't struggle with chopsticks. I'll
That's
let you
true.
know.
I'm terrible at chopsticks. I don't even know why.
You are pretty bad with sticks, but you guys
You
can
didn't say
definitely
your real
find
follows,
me
Ricky.
at TK Suiken.
I did. Okay, well, follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Rickstah with 3 E's.
Mhm.
Also, you can try to follow Short Fingers. I don't know if he's cool or not, but you just know that
You
they
have
are
been
short
warned.
V's.
Yeah, I've been warned.
Oh God, who knows what it is?
Something short.
Go ahead, Mike.
Suiken?
Okay, I guess I'll go. You guys can follow me at Twitch and Twitter / the name is MYK. Simple as that.
It's in the chat also, by the way. So shout outs to the mods for putting it out there. BL for putting it in. You can follow me at TK Suiken on Twitter and Suiken User on Twitch and Instagram.
All right, here we go. So this is it, guys. We haven't done this in a minute. It's no longer called the Left Behind segment. We're back to calling it Bitch Callings. Who we got to close out the show? Anybody want to go first?
Okay. I got one. You guys ready?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
All right.
Are you doubling up from last time?
I might double up, but I don't know yet.
Dude, I'd be hyped for that.
So the guy at Microsoft that keeps leaking shit, you a bitch, dude. You are definitely the biggest bitch right now. No one likes you. And but there's not much I can do about it. I don't know if you have your job still. Hopefully
Hopefully you don't, you son of a gun.
I mean, I don't want to wish ill will.
Yeah, but just come on, we've been on such a good track record with like
dude,
no
Ben
leaks.
Chang works at Microsoft. I forgot about that.
It was Ben Chang.
Look, Ben Chang,
he must have tried to give it to his Korean homies.
Or like this, but back to back.
2 seasons in a row? Yeah, you guys.
If it was just the one time now, okay, look, mistakes happen. It's cool. But back to back, like that's a little rough to swallow.
Yeah, swallow some bum dick. It's okay. Yeah. I'll also put out the guy, I guess, EU Tekken, freaking the guy that gave out the codes early. My God, man, you guys made the community very upset for those a day or two.
I think that's the worst one. That guy did the worst damage to the community.
Yeah, there's the leaker, and then there's the one that gave out the codes early. Just like, man, you even got Harada involved on it. You know you fucked up. Like, come on, dude, do better. Do better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everything else has been pretty cool, to be honest. Like, that's probably the biggest thing. The EU marketing team, that's not the first time they've screwed up like this, and I think that's why Harada made the tweet. But like Bandai, it's such a big ass company. It's not surprising, I guess, to see it happen again. But it always sucks, right? So definitely, think it through. The worst part about that shit too, like Mihawk, Main Man, like they clearly deserve it. They're at least Tekken content creators. But the other people you gave that shit to, who the fuck are they? Like a lot of those people were like just nobody. Like they were the Flight Simulator guy who was streaming.
Yeah, they were literally struggling to put combos together. They're like, oh man, what's this wall bound thing? And it's hard to watch. Like I literally was watching somebody say that, right? So I was like, what? I don't get it. Why? Okay,
I mean, the other bitch call you can make is all the Wi-Fi guys who are complaining. The best shit is, people are trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out these workarounds, right? So that it shows you as Ethernet, even though you're on Wi-Fi, right? Which is expected on PC, right? But the funniest shit was this: like, there's this big ass team post, whatever is going around, and it's like this guy's like, yo, man, fuck all these guys on Ethernet, these like elitists, it's 2020, man, cables are whack. Step 1, get a USB cable. I'm like, what? You just said cables are whack. Step 1, get a USB cable? You fucking moron. Jesus Christ. Dumb bitch. Jesus.
Oh my God, that's a good one. Yeah,
it literally is like a civil war between the Ethernet
versus Wi-Fi warriors. Dude, I saw a meme of like Captain America and Tony Stark, and then Tony Stark was just like, bro, it's fucking 2020, bro. We're on that Wi-Fi. And then Captain America and freaking Iron Man are just like staring each other down, just like, I'm gonna have a problem. and then the next shot they show is Tekken 7 Civil War.
That'd be sick.
That's nice.
I mean, the one argument I just don't understand is like the fact that no other community is saying, yeah, Wi-Fi's lives matter.
It's the way to go.
Like all Wi-Fi lives matter type of deal, right? That's why I said it. I was like, shut up, dude. Like, come on. No one plays shit on Wi-Fi, especially fighting games,
That
So-
you're 100% wrong about that. People obviously play on Wi-Fi.
Well, I
because-
mean,
they all
obviously, yeah, because the capability is there. They're gonna use it, right?
Yeah.
So
It's amazing actually the amount of attention that's been brought to this whole Wi-Fi thing, like through this. Like, I mean, Mortal Kombat already did this, but I don't feel like the stink was as big about it. Like, maybe it was, maybe I missed it because I wasn't as invested into the NRS scene. But right now, I feel like all the scenes are like, oh shit.
It's
Look at that
because
shit.
Mortal Kombat, they all buy the game for the story mode and just drop it, and they never even they had the
Nah,
statistics,
that's
right?
not true. They play hella online with Wi-Fi, dude.
Ugh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
trust me, you go on there, you'll see half the Wi-Fi symbols on there. But it's a big blow up here. It's hilarious.
yeah.
I love it.
It's crazy because for the longest time I thought Harada was lying. I thought he said this like let me get the heat off of me for this net play real quick. You know what? 70% of people use Wi-Fi. Blame those motherfuckers, not me. Right? I was like, damn, he's really putting it on. And then the first match I got ranked was Wi-Fi. I was like,
Me
First
too. Dude, I jumped on rank and I saw the Wi-Fi indicator. I just started bursting up. I was just like, no.
dude, it's like a weird, satisfying feeling to have the power in your hand. Just to see that is like, no, you're not allowed.
Mhm.
The
You
clip
shall
that,
not pass.
The clip that got posted on my Twitter, basically, like that guy Thiago Santana, he edited from my stream. That was the first time I got one, and it was a 5-bar Wi-Fi. And I was like, 5-bar Wi-Fi, I can't wait to decline this shit. Like, I don't care how many bars this shit is. Oh man, that was so satisfying.
Yeah, they can make that Wi-Fi symbol look so much better, right? Like just have that shit like flashing gold and like money symbols at you.
Dude, it should show the Wi-Fi symbol, and then the whole border should flash red. You know? Warning.
Dude, that would be great. It's like winning a jackpot in the old school like Tekken 6 arcades bonus jackpot. It's just like every time you get a Wi-Fi, it's a jackpot. Boom.
Oh, dude, that would be tight.
Yeah, shout out to them for that one too. I was actually surprised that the Wi-Fi indicator was going to be such a big thing, but you know what? People gotta connect, man. So I guess they're my bitch calling the Wi-Fi users. Also, the flight sim community. They're also
why
bitches.
Why the whole community?
Because I feel like if I can call them all bitches, maybe they'll give me flight sim, beta for the next patch, right?
Is that
maybe
how it
Change
works?
your name to Flight Sim Ricky.
Oh yeah, flight sim master.
Man,
Flight Sim
go around
Master.
with flight sticks, Ricky, get out of here.
I like Flight Sim Ricky, actually. It's kind of catchy. I don't know.
Damn, video game master. Just send me everything. Come on, companies. I'll take them all.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Nice.
But yeah.
Or left finger R2 master.
Duh. Right? All right. I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. It's been a blast. Boom. Get some internet, boys. All right, guys. Peace out.
Adios.
The song's actually pretty good. All right. See you guys
What
later.
song is it?
The Cooney song.
Whoa, we got a big ass host too at the end. I didn't even noticed.
Ooh.
I think it was Harris.
Damn, should we host somebody else? All right. See you guys later. Who we hosting? All right. You got to do
I
that.
don't know. Is the stream on?
The stream is still on.
Did you keep it on? All right. All right.
keeping
Who
it
we
on.
hosting? Stream.
Keep it on.
Who's cool out there? Are they giving us suggestions? They're not giving us anybody. Peeling?
The Wi-Fi indicator?
What was that evil laugh? Steve is streaming Demon Souls.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that works. Harris keeps quiet like Demon Souls, right?
Oh, boom. All right,
I
guys.
don't think so.
Underscore Steve always forget. Wait,
Say
don't
what's
do it
up
yet,
to
Mike.
say, Steve.
Hold on.
No worries.
It's,
no worries.
yeah,
We're on here, roll.
underscore.
Okay, it's an underscore. Yeah, I'm hitting it now so that they can do the thing in the video. There we go. It's gathering the viewers.
Gather
Alright.
viewers.
Yeah, you know the ready to raid, whatever.
And then-
Anyways,
and
go
then-
drop some booms and make some noise over there. Damn, Echo Fox Tokido in the chat.
Dude, I was watching. I rewatched the Evil 2017, man. Echo Fox, Saint, and JDCR.
Right.
All right, Mikey, you can shut it down.
All right. Later, guys. Bye.
Woo.